Hello, 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 everybody. Okay, I'm actually going to lift you guys up a little bit before we get started. Okay, we're just going to wait a few more minutes for a few more people to come in. Sorry. Let's get this the way I want it to be. All right, hello, hello, hello. Okay, so I'm super excited for everyone to be here. I'm going to have a little bit of oil on myself because this is an aromatherapy, immune boosting class. So let's get started that way. Okay, I'm super excited for everyone to be here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to share some webinar slides that I've created for you using a program, and I'm going to walk you through the back end of it, and at the end we can answer questions. Okay, so let's get started. So let me go here to share my screen. Okay, let's close that down. We want to come over here, myself way over here to the top, and we're going to hit play. Alrighty, let's give that a second. We have a sip of water. Okay, all right, so let's get rocking and rolling. All right, so the reason why I created this seminar was I've been having a lot of conversations with people. We're talking about stress, anxiety. Obviously, this space that we're in right now, our new normal for the moment, I want to remind everybody is temporary. It is definitely changing how we are operating. Obviously, we're spending a lot more time on Zoom calls just like this, and we're having different ways of living, okay? And that's okay. It's a change, and it's something we're dealing with. And but behind that, there's a lot of fear, a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety that we're all going through. And even if you're not even aware of it, I think that most of us are feeling it. So I really wanted to create a class explaining that our immune systems are like vital part of our body that helps keep our body healthy and strong, okay? And we want our immune systems to be extremely strong and extremely powerful so that when we do get sick or something does happen, we have the ability to fight off the infection, because that is what our body was made to do. Our immune system were made to keep our bodies healthy and strong. All that said, when you have a massive amount of stress in your life, it puts a lot of adrenal fatigue on you and maxes out your body. So not only is your body getting inundated with just like the normal stresses of like the normal lifestyle stresses of kind of like the environment, work, etc., like being a parent, having spouses, having a job, when you're adding on the additional stress of just this overlying kind of heaviness, it's going to make our bodies weaker, okay? We really, at this point, want to learn how to support our immune systems from an emotional way and then also from a physical way. So this presentation is going to talk to you a lot about how to use essential oils and some other products and some of our modalities to really support your immune system to be at that heightened level. Okay, so let's get started. So obviously you can see I have immune support and emotional support, and we're going to talk about both of them. Okay, so I'm guessing at this time, everyone pretty much feels 1 or 50 of these things. I'm hoping nobody feels sick. If you are, I really hope that you're taking very, very good care of yourself. I'm going to take a moment here just to stress to people, when you are feeling under the weather, I'm going to go through a bunch of different products and suggestions that I have for you, but when you're doing that, make sure you are drinking a boat ton of water, okay? I don't care if it's hot water with lemon in it. I don't care if you're putting hot water with essential oils in it, teas, obviously like less caffeine. You really want to hydrate yourself, and lots and lots and lots of just plain old water, okay? There is a rule. You want to drink half your body weight in water a day, okay? I know that sounds like a lot. That is just for the standard to keep our body hydrated, okay? Just as a marker, by 6 o'clock at night, you really want your pee to be clear. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. If you're taking supplements, a lot of times your urine will be at that like bright color. That's just because you're expunging out what you don't need from the body. That's a little bit different, but you do want to keep on flushing it through your system so your body is clear. That means your liver is doing what it's doing, okay, and you're not taxing it. Okay, so obviously we're all feeling a little bit stressed, obviously, okay? So let's figure out how we can support ourselves. All right, so stress can show up in your body in 7 different places. There are other places as well, but these are just things that I think for the most part people can associate with, and you can kind of nod to yourself. Sinus issues. Also, this is the time of the year this begins. Headaches, like tension headaches, some of it's hormonal headaches, but a lot of tension headaches, just overlying like eye issues. digestive stuff. Okay, so a lot of people have a weakness. I always say that everyone in there has a space in their body where that's kind of like their weak spot. We all have them. It just depends on where it comes out. For me, it's all respiratory. I'm a very severe asthmatic, so my space of coming into talking about this is coming from a respiratory excuse me, I have an itch in the back of my neck, a respiratory space, but this is just other areas that come up for people. And sometimes this will come up, multiple layers will come up for people. Muscle aches and pains, sometimes this is secondary to things, especially for headache sufferers. Sleep issues. Again, a lot of people's sleep is being disrupted right now because you don't really know what's going on. You can't get your brain to shut off. So when that happens, then potentially get headaches or other sinus things are happening. So a lot of these can be a trickle-down effect. You can be moody. Obviously, when we get on edge, I know that sometimes I can be like that. You know, that you can be very snappy at things. And so we want to try to like lessen that because you know as soon as you're snappy, your heart rate's up. And then brain fog on the converse side. A lot of people end up feeling like they can't get out of their own way. They just feel lethargic and they just don't know what's going on, okay? So we want to make sure that we practice a lot of self-care in this space. And that's really what I want to talk to you guys about, how to do that. Okay, so for those of you who do not know, I'm a yoga instructor as well, and I am a big proponent of learning how to breathe, okay? There is something that we have outside of all the oils, all the products, everything else I'm going to say to you that you have always at your disposal. We just have to tap it and utilize it. I will take a moment to say right now, I think it's extraordinarily important if you are ever interested in yoga, meditation, Pilates, or whether you're a person who needs to like do a boot camp, I would highly encourage you during this time to really download. I mean, everyone is doing stuff online. They're doing Instagram posts, they're doing Facebook things, they're doing lots of Zoom classes. People are offering all their services online. I would highly encourage you to actually jump onto those classes and really think about integrating something like a meditation practice. It could be 5 minutes, it could be 15 minutes into your daily life, because I believe that is truly a space where you can reset and reground in, and you can also take little bits throughout the course of the day. Okay, so let's get started. So I want to get you guys started with a breathing exercise. This is something I do at the beginning of all my yoga classes, and I'm going to talk you guys through it, okay? It'll be approximately about a minute, but I want you to see how your body feels once you get to the end of this. So let's take a big breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold at the top, sip a little more. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I encourage you to close your eyes throughout this process. Let's take a big breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sup a little bit more air. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this next two, I want you to do something slightly different. We're going to inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the top, and I want you to close your lips, and I want you to exhale out through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pushing all of that air out through your nostrils. Again, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold your breath, close your lips, exhale out through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that was approximately about a minute. Just think about how your body feels. Those last two exercises I wanted to show you, when there are different kinds of breathing styles, the last one I did is called Ujjayi breath. You're breathing in and then you're holding it, you're closing off your mouth and you're breathing out, exhaling out through your nose. When you do that, you can hear that audible noise I made. It almost sounds like it's like you have an oceanic sound in the back of your mouth. I encourage you to use that. When you do that, your vagus nerve that runs throughout your body, which is one of your largest nerves that helps to control your respiratory system, your heart rate, your blood pressure, starts to calm down. So you can't actually be stressed when you're actually calming that nerve down in your body. So we really want that nerve in our body to be calmed down. So if you're really pushing all the air out of your body, this is a tool you have with you no matter where you are at any time. You got off a conference call, you have to, like, we're all on Zoom, right? Sometimes you can just blank our screen out and be like, take some couple breaths when you're irritated, okay? Really getting our breath. Most of us right now breathe up here, and we need to drop into our lungs, okay? It is super important that you do this just for your mental well-being, so make sure you do that. I also encourage you to sometimes, if you take the break, go outside, get some air, take a big breath. Breathe it all in and then exhale, let it all go, okay? Getting fresh air into your lungs, even though we are not supposed to leave our spaces, I really encourage people to get outside for an hour every day, get air, breathe, and get exercise, okay? All right, so let's move along. All right, so I'm going to talk about what an essential oil is, but for anybody who are in here, this group that actually already has their oils, I encourage you to grab one that makes you feel very calm. And I want you to put a couple drops in your hand, just like I just did. Rub it around, okay? Take a big breath in. And I want you to breathe out for 20 to 30 seconds and then explain to other people what an essential oil is, okay? So an essential oil is kind of, we like to call it the immune system or the lifeblood of the plant or the fruit, okay, or the tree that we're getting the essential oil from, okay? Essential oils have been around for centuries all over the world. We obviously can harken back to, if anybody, regardless if you're religious or not, baby Jesus and having frankincense and myrrh, which are both essential oils, being like 3 of the gifts that were given to him, okay? So we know this has been a long time. We know there's been stories saying that Cleopatra used to bathe in frankincense and myrrh for her face, okay? And they have amazing therapeutic properties for your skin. The primary way of actually getting the essential oil is to distill it. Now, I've been to where Young Living has their distillery in Utah. It's pretty amazing. They're like gigantic vats, just like you would see with beer, and it separates it, and the essential oil is the stuff that's at the top, and everything else is not used, okay? So these are pure 100% therapeutic grade A. There's nothing else mixed into it. Everything in the bottle is 100% coming from the plant. Okay. As I said before, it is the immune system of the plant. So it's super, super important. And the cool thing about it is because it's a plant and the way that it works in our body, it works in harmony with our body. So when you think about synthetics, when you take a synthetic drug, okay, it is actually telling your body what to do all the time. It's like, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. So you need that constant reminder to do it. When you have an essential oil, it works in harmony with our body and our cells. Our body understands it and recognizes it. It doesn't fight it. It actually takes it and metabolizes it and actually can utilize it to help boost our own body and our immune system, which is pretty incredible. Just as a reminder, essential oils in general are very, very high in antioxidants, and we want a lot of antioxidants in our body, okay? Antioxidants are the things that fight off the free radicals. The free radicals are the things in our body that make us feel sick, tired, get wrinkles, fatigued, and then as our free radicals and as more free radicals build up in our body with less antioxidants can actually take us down into being sick and various different diseases, okay, as we move forward. Okay, so 3 ways that you use essential oils. So 1, we just showed you topically. You put on your hands. Okay, you can smell it. The cool thing about that, so there's a couple ways. You can actually apply it to your body, which I'm going to kind of talk about both at the same time. You can apply it to your hands, you can apply it to your feet, the back of your neck, anywhere, your wrist, anything you would normally put perfume on. I say the feet all the time because remembering these are therapeutic. If you don't love the smell of it, putting on your feet, and I'll explain to you why this is important, it will get into your body. So it doesn't really matter where you're applying it. Inhaling, so a lot of people, which I have going on right now, I have my diffuser going, will diffuse into the air because they ditched all the candles a couple of years ago in my house because of all the issues that they cause. And I can put into my diffuser, I have them all over the house, whatever kind of smell, whatever I'm looking to do, whatever kind of space I'm creating, so I can inhale that. And the cool thing is because of the way the molecules go in, I'm constantly breathing that in. So I'm breathing in all this amazing nutrients into my body, and it's helping my cellular system, okay? Now, when you inhale something, I want to explain something. When you inhale, okay, it's going up into your brain and you're going really, really close to your sense of smell, okay? You're going really close to like where your memories and your emotions are kept. That's your limbic system. So the cool thing is when you smell something, okay, your limbic system kicks in and it can kick in a feeling of being happy, sad, mad, elated, etc. Okay, so let me give you an example. Remember when you used to go, or this even still happens, like you go to someone's house who's cooking something, or you had a grandmother who cooked a pie. You would go to her house and you'd smell that, and you can even right now, you know your brain's like, oh my God, it makes me so happy. The same thing applies for an essential oil. When you do that, which is pretty amazing, it can change your mood. Okay, it can make you feel more relaxed. It can make you feel calm. It can change what's going on. It can give you and make an association. It's tapping into that part of your brain, which is pretty remarkable to be able to do it. I don't know exactly all the science. There's lots of scientific data behind it. I don't know all about it, but it is very, very interesting. I'm happy to talk to people about it on the side level, but it's really interesting to see how that actually works. And the thing is, at the end of the day, if it's working, it makes you feel good, it doesn't really matter, right? The last way is ingesting. You can take essential oils under your tongue. You can drop them in water. I drink them throughout the course of the day in different things, as I will show you. Sip of water as I speak. And then I also will sometimes take them with in like small capsules if I'm not feeling well or I'm looking to boost my immune system. Okay. All right, so let's talk about this. This is what we're talking about, how essential oil works. Within 22 seconds, it gets into the molecules of your brain. Okay, so that can change your mood. That's what I was saying. So within like, let's say within 20 to 30 seconds of you inhaling something, it can change your mood. So if you're feeling stressed out and you inhale something like a Stress Away or a Peace and Calming or lavender, after that 20 seconds, your whole mood, especially thinking about it when you're taking those big breaths, can change. Awesome. 2 minutes, it's in your bloodstream. That's pretty amazing. So from just even inhaling it and dropping on your hands, within 2 minutes, it starts to be within your bloodstream. And within 20 minutes, it's in every cell of your body. So that is why I said you can actually apply it to the bottom of your feet at any time, because it doesn't matter where you're applying it, it's going to get into your cellular system. And when it gets into your cellular system, remember, it's working in harmony with your body and helping it feel good and doing what, giving your body the availability to do what it does. Now, remember, essential oils aren't making your body do anything. It is allowing your body to get back to the homeostasis space of being able to do it for itself. And that's what we want. We want our bodies to work for us, not against us, okay? That is what's so important about this. When you do that, then you're decreasing the stress level. Okay, so I always talk about the Premium Starter Kit. There are multiple different ways to become involved with how to use Young Living, but the cool thing about the oils Premium Starter Kit is that it covers pretty much everything. I would say it's like kind of like your own little wellness toolbox, from sleep, anxiety, muscle pains, respiratory, emotional balance, immune system, etc. And they kind of group them into different things. And you can see them below. We're going to walk through a little bit of it, but it's really just important for you to understand that that is like the best way to get started, because you actually, when you call me and say, hey, I've got, biggest itch on the back of my neck, I apologize. I have such and such going on. I can be like, take these 3 oils and put them in your diffuser or put them on your feet, and you'll feel a different way. So you want to be able to have these like little resources. It's a beginning to how to actually integrate oils into your life. Okay. The next is, we want to talk about our nervous system. So in the beginning, we were talking about this, and I don't know if I forgot to mention this. When our nervous systems are taxed out, then our immune systems become weak. So from the neurological standpoint, we want to support our bodies so we keep our immune systems high, okay? So these are all talking about how to emotionally connect and have that space. So these are all 4 of these come in the starter kit. There are other amazing ones. There are over 300 different oils, and there is over 750 different products coming from this amazing wellness company. So there's something for everybody in different uses of their body and in their lifestyle. But these 4 are something I will tell you right now. Valor, Peace and Calming, and Lavender is something that I put on myself every single day. Is a combination that is super easy. And it was originally created because I had a daughter at the time who was super just anxious and moody. And I started using it with her. And then it became my own, I kind of refer to it as my mommy's timeout. It smells amazing. First of all, a lot of people will use these independently, but the combination for me has just been lovely. I also use a combination, which is Stress Away. These are all oils that are in this kit. Stress Away, lavender, and frankincense, which you'll see on another slide, that does the exact same thing. That is actually in this blend that I put on myself this morning. So I just wanted to share that with you. Lavender, amazing for cuts, bruises, everything. I mean, most people know, they hear about it. They know about it from a stress level. They know about it from just kind of making you feel relaxed and sleepy. But if you got a burn you put on yourself, it's super helpful. Bee stings, etc. Stress Away has a little bit of vanilla and lime in it, along with 4 other oils. Extremely relaxing. People refer to it as what was I going to say? Vacation. It's like vacation in a bottle, like being at the beach, which we don't like to be at right now. And then Peace and Calming and Valor independently. So Peace and Calming smells amazing. It has a little green tint because there are multiple different oils that were put into it. And so remember, it's extracted from the actual plant. It will not matter. It will not stain you. Any pure grade essential oil, if you got it on your clothes, will not stain your clothes. It will just go through the wash and wash it out. It will not stain your skin. You just rub it in and you breathe it in and take it in. Valor is something that independently is probably one of the most empowering blends. They kind of call it the unicorn oil. It gives you confidence. It gives you space. And when I first started doing all this, I used to be extremely nervous to talk in front of people. I would put Valor all over my body so I could take that in and feel like I could do this, okay? So these are all part of this and can be used in different ways. They can all be used on your skin, and they can all be used in a diffuser. And lavender obviously can be ingested just like you could ingest a lavender plant. You would just put it in, you could make lavender lemonade, etc. All right, so let's talk about on the immune side of things. So let's talk about like the other side. So any kind of citrus oil is actually distilled from the rind, which is interesting. So if you think about it, if you're a cook and they always tell you to take something from the rind and put in it, that is actually because that's where the actual blood life comes from, okay? And all citrus has vitamin C, which is limonene, excuse me. And vitamin C, we all know, is extremely good for boosting our immune system. A lot of people right now, especially, I will take a lot of vitamin C during this time of year, especially if I'm feeling like a little under the weather, I'll take a little bit more to pump through my system. The limonene really, really is a great source of getting natural vitamin C. So you're getting that just from having it in the essential oils. They're great for mood boosting. They're also great for just like mood boosting. You've never been around a space where you don't smell something citrusy and don't feel good. Like it's bright, it's light, it makes you feel great. Okay, and they're really great to offset different oils, which I'm going to talk about. There's a couple oils in the next slides, but using citrus in combination with them can really be good for kind of supporting your nervous system and also supporting your immune system. All right. Again, I mentioned the anxiety aspect of it because you think about if you're in a good space and you're happy and you don't feel, you can't, if you're feeling happy, you can't really feel stressed out at the same time, right? Okay, now on the flip side, so frankincense, which I just wanted to take a couple moments to talk about it. So frankincense actually comes from a Botswana tree, and there's multiple, I think there's 2 or 3 different kinds. Young Living has frankincense and sacred frankincense, okay? So regular frankincense comes in your starter kit. One of the most remarkable things about frankincense is how grounding it is. Okay, from a yoga perspective, like literally, it is like very grounded. It helps people like get in touch with themselves. Some people actually put on their feet to feel like they're actually grounded to the ground. So a lot of people will use it from like a spiritual meditation standpoint, or even just kind of religious standpoint. It's very, very, very good for the immune system. So this is something that I make sure to apply to my body every day. I actually apply it to my face every day because it has so many amazing properties for skincare that I want to make sure it gets into my skin every day. I use it around my eyes for crow's feet. I put it on my face. So when I do that, it's actually getting into my system. So it's great for my respiratory system. I will sometimes, depending on what is going on, I will actually take it internally. So I will actually drop it in my water, and I will drop it in this other drink called Ninjuxa Red, which is an antioxidant drink, which I will talk to you about. Or sometimes I'll just put it in a capsule and put it right underneath my tongue to kind of boost my immune system because it helps with inflammation in your body. And we want to decrease inflammation within our body. Another really cool piece of information is Botswana is something that's actually used for cancer patients because it helps to regenerate the cells. And obviously you want to regenerate positive cells when people are having, like going through cancer treatment. So it really helps to revitalize those cells. So if you're putting this on your body, remember, this is all self-care, this is all preventative care. It's going to help your body become stronger, okay? We're trying to help prevent illnesses or severe sicknesses by keeping our body stronger, okay? So that's emotional and physical. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to talk about, so this one up here, the top one, Thieves, was my kind of entree into essential oils. I've made a couple references to it. I am a severe asthmatic. I don't know if I would still classify myself like that, but I just like to say it. I have been hospitalized. I was hospitalized with double pneumonia when I was 5. I lived in an oxygen tank. I was hospitalized 9 times within 4 years in my early teens, early teens. By the time I was in my late teens, I was regularly at least three times a year taking an antibiotic, sometimes taking a steroid called prednisone. I know what it means not to breathe. Up until, so I'm 44 right now, up until about 2 years ago, on the regular, I was sick. I was down for the count. The last big sickness I had was probably about 3 years ago. Some of you guys might remember this. My husband, I got sick right before Christmas, and I did not get better until February. I was on massive amounts of medication, and my pulse ox, my breathing level was extremely low, okay? And this was a huge changing point for me, so I just wanted to express that to you. But I started using Thieves about 1.5 years before that. And I was using it because I was always looking for different modalities. Like I do it all. I have meditated, I've done yoga, I've done colonics, I was a vegetarian, I'm primarily plant-based. I've done acupuncture and chiropractor. I believe all of these things are extremely important for your body. But then I found out about Thieves, okay? And you can Google Thieves anywhere. And I think everyone, Thieves is the rage. And that's why there's a lot of slides about the product, because it was something that was, I'll give you a little backstory on it. It was the creator of the company, Gary Young, created it based on stories that were told from the 15th century when they had the plague. And there were these thieves. They were robbing the bodies, obviously, after they had died. And they had these masks on, and they were not getting sick. They weren't dying like everybody else. And so when they got arrested, they wanted to know, like, well, we'll spare your life, but what were you doing? And they told them they did a combination of these plants and herbs, some of it being clove and these other like spices that were in there. And so they spared their lives, and it actually was enabled other people to not die. Okay, so this is all based on a story, but he did a lot of research, and he put together Thieves, which is a combination of 5 different essential oils, one of them being clove, that are really, really good for your body. They're antibacterial, antiviral, anti-infectious, okay? So when you're putting this, I put this on my body every day, morning and night. I use it a lot. I will take this internally. It's become such, the company realized what the amazing health benefits of it was. It actually created an entire line of Thieves, which I put a couple slides up for you guys to see so you can understand a little bit more about it. But this is one of the most amazing oils out there. I diffuse it all the time. I'm diffusing it now. I have it diffused around my house for the last couple of weeks. I diffuse it with citrus, usually some kind of orange or citrus fresh or lemon throughout the course of the day, because I think it smells amazing. And I know that because from a cellular system, as I'm breathing this in, because it's antibacterial and antiviral, it's working within my lungs and in my body and my cellular system to keep my body healthy, okay? Exodus 2, I had to put in here. It's actually one of my, is my husband's most favorite. Long before he knew that it actually had any health benefits, he has a diffuser. He works a lot at night. And when he found out that it was kind of, I would say it's Thieves on crack. It smells like a cinnamon bomb. It is so good for keeping viruses from mutating that he was diffusing all the time, because for him, it was like, kept him awake and he loved it. I'm like, look at that. You're keeping yourself healthy at the exact same time without even having to put it on your body. I use this all the time. It's actually out of stock right now. I've stockpiled it up. I put it whenever I'm not feeling like, I feel like I need an extra little boost, I add it to it, but I do diffuse it around the house a lot, and it smells really good. I'll put it on my chest and just keep all the viruses and everything low. Immune power is one that's even more, it's kind of like we talk about like the big guns as you're going down. And if you want to like make sure you kind of have like that tool belt in your house, it strengthens your immunity and it helps with DNA repair. So again, you're keeping your cellular system in space that you want to do that. And it's great antiseptic and antibiotics. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about respiratory. One, because it's near and dear to my heart, and two, because of the virus that's going around right now. It seems to be attacking the respiratory system. So again, none of this I am saying is going to prevent you from or guarantee you're not going to get sick. None of that can happen. But I will tell you, it's going to help strengthen your immune system so that you can fight off infections better. Okay. I also do want to share with you, and I did make a reference to this. Excuse me for 1 second. Dry mouth. 2 years ago, after I decided that I was going to change, after I was really sick, I was sitting in my pulmonologist's office, which is a respiratory doctor that I see every 6 months to have like my levels checked. And it had been a year since I'd been really sick. And normally I would go in every 6 months, but I had like pushed the appointment off for whatever reason. I went in and they looked at me and they said, I don't really understand what's going on. Like, you have not been sick. Okay, so I went from somebody who was sick 3 or 4 times a year, was sick for almost 2 months, was always on antibiotics, to going for a full year of not being on an antibiotic, not taking any other like serious steroids, etc., to this person who had been completely healthy without having a cold for a year. And I will tell you, the moment that I was sitting, when I was so sick that time, I was sitting and I was looking at the I was looking at the trigger chart in an office, and I'm sure they see these in regular offices as well if you guys have never seen one, but they talk about the triggers for asthma. Some of them are environmental, some of them are exercise, etc. But one of them always says chemicals. And I never really paid attention to that. I didn't really know what it meant. And all of a sudden I realized it was like, they're talking about the chemicals I'm cleaning my house with. They're talking about the chemicals I'm putting on my face. They're talking about the candles I'm burning. They're talking about when I clean my floors, when I wash my hands with, what I do my laundry with. And I'm like, oh my God. And thank God at the time I was already using Young Living. And this became a deeper dive for me, because at that point, what I did is I started ditching all of the chemicals that I had in my house. Everything was underneath my sink. I swapped it out to one thing, which I'll talk to you guys about later. I started doing, I got rid of all my hand soaps. Anything was super smelly and perfumey, because perfume is like such an agitator. And I will tell you, and I say this to people all the time, it's the number one, regardless if you have respiratory issues or not, just from any kind of perspective. It's been true for like endocrine and thyroid and just immune support in general. Ditching out all those things, because they tax our body all the time, make a huge difference. But that all said, these 3 oils are something that I keep all the time with me. Okay, so Breathe Again is a pre-made roller. Or you can just whip it out, put it on your chest, put it on your nose. I use it before I go to the gym. It helps me to like breathe deeper. Obviously, I've been using it like I walked, I did stadiums yesterday, so I did that. It has a lot of eucalyptus in it. So if you think about all three of these have a lot of eucalyptus in them, when you used to think about back to like Vicks Vapor Rub or something like that, you put on your system, it's exactly what's happening. But those products are all derived from the plants that you're actually using, okay? Or people who used to hang like, excuse me, eucalyptus in their shower to get that steam run effect. RC is amazing to support colds, for sore throat and congestion. You can rub it on your neck, you can diffuse it. Again, I always put it chest, back, neck, everything lymphatic was draining down, and always my feet. I'll put on socks. And then Raven, again, is also something that's great for your respiratory system. It comes in the starter kit. It's highly antiviral, highly antiseptic. So you want to make sure you're diffusing it and you're actually using it as you sleep to actually help you breathe in deeper. Okay. Okay, so obviously hand sanitizer right now is like all the rage. I think, I don't think you can buy rubbing alcohol anywhere, and I honestly don't even know if you can buy aloe vera. I've done a couple of videos on my Instagram talking about how to make your own, but I'm telling you right now, and I've been using this for years, Thieves hand sanitizer, first of all, works like a gem, does not dry out your hands, and it smells like peppermint. So it's really, really amazing, and you get a bottle of it when you sign up, which is even better. You also get a little bottle of this Thieves spray, which I love. This is like a quick little, you think about what you're doing right now. People are spraying handles, people are spraying their cars, people are spraying like anything you're spraying, right? Something you can quickly just spray in it. You can spray this around. It's totally safe for kids and pets. You can spray, when in doubt, like if I'm traveling and I feel like I got an itch in the back of my throat, you can actually spray the back of your throat because the alcohol in it is actually plant-based. So it's not deriving from a chemical that would be dangerous for you. And the same breath can also clean off a high chair for a baby, which is pretty remarkable. Okay. So just always have it in your purse. You get a free one of those. But here's, okay, so I want to talk about the Thieves foaming soap because, as I said to you, as I started ditching everything out of my house, I started using things. So the benefit of using something like Thieves is that not only does it clean and do its job and smell amazing, but every time you're using it, you're boosting your immune system. Okay, so I wash my hands, I'm boosting my immune system. My kids, myself, we're all cleaning our hands a bazillion times a day right now. So we're doing this, and I actually know it's actually improving our health. Okay. Thieves wipe on the go. I wanted to share with you guys because everyone's fans of like, those wipes that come out of the bottle. I'm not going to refer to them. Sometimes they make them to see, and they're wiping everything off. These can be used exactly the same way. You can use them when you travel on a plane. You can wipe down everything on the plane so you don't get touching rails and stuff, the buckles on the plane. And then I always take Thieves, I put it on my feet, the back of my neck. I actually put it in a little nasal inhaler up my nose, because obviously every time you breathe things in, like when someone coughs and you're breathing it in, that's how you get sick. So I put that as a protective layer. So you can clean off all your surfaces. It's easy on the go, okay? All right, so again, I'm going on my Thieves like little rant right now, but this is a pre-diluted roller, just like the Breathe Again roller is. It does have a carrier oil in it, which I did not mention about Breathe Again. So all of the essential oils, when they come in the bottles like this, are all pure. They don't have anything else in them. These pre-made rollers actually have added a carrier oil. Now, carrier oil is just something that's thicker, okay? So you think about it, it would be a jojoba oil, fractionated coconut oil, grapeseed oil, olive oil, any of those things. If you're looking for something when you make your own, I always recommend fractionated coconut oil, as long as it's cold pressed. You can buy it on Amazon or anywhere else that you use. All it does, it helps dilute. It's diluting how fast it goes into your body. It does not change anything. So obviously when you're younger or you're starting out with like little children, you always dilute everything because their skin is more sensitive. Sometimes it'll be like, if you take peppermint and you put it directly into my cheek, and sometimes I'll show people this, I'll put it on and it will get really, really red. And sometimes it'll feel burning. It's not burning. I'm not allergic to it. It's not killing me. It's just absorbing into my skin really fast because it's considered a hot oil. So all I would do is put a carrier oil over it. It will slow down the absorption rate and get rid of the red, okay? So this is particularly important for when you're first starting out to test your skin. And then over time, you can decide how it actually feels on your body. But this is pre-diluted, so you can just whip that sucker out, put it wherever you're going, underneath your nose, down your neck, and keep yourself healthy on the go. Okay, now I'm going to talk about a couple supplements that I would highly recommend you investing in to keep care of yourself. Inner Defense, I think is something you should always just have on call in your house. Okay, it has rosemary, thyme, and has thieves in it. There's a couple other oils in it. The oregano is really strong, and it does have a thicker capsule. So I do always, you really want to take this after you eat. This is something that I keep in my house for when I wake up and you're like, not feeling 100%. I start taking this for like, there's a regimen you can take for it, says in the back of the bottle. I usually only take it for 2 to 3 days max, because oregano can be really strong and you want to save it for when you actually need it. Okay. I've had friends who have used it for, they had to go on an antibiotic because she had mouth surgery. And she did a testimony saying that she didn't have to, usually she was a yeast infection person, and she did not actually have to use the diflucan. She doubled down on taking Interdefense and actually Life 9, which is a probiotic, which is next to it, for a course of days. And she never ended up getting that, which is pretty remarkable. That was kind of like where her weakness was. Okay. If you think about that, it helps to like get rid of yeast that's in your gut. And when that happens, like, you're keeping the flora in your gut, which we'll talk about over here, super important. Okay. Obviously it's going to promote all kinds of health because your gut and your respiratory system are connected. All parts are connected, but those two things in general, like I spend a lot of time educating people about breathing and gut health, because they are completely in line with each other, as it is for everybody else. But as I said, that's kind of my specialty. Life 9 is a probiotic they have created. It has 17 billion active cultures and 9 beneficial strains of bacteria. So these are all good things. So you want to have good bacteria in your gut, okay? So you want to make sure that your gut is operating. 70% of your health and wellness is in your gut. If your gut is working at its maximum capacity, your immune system is kicking it, and everything is fantastic. But you need to give it something that actually fuels it. So you can grow all that, like you think about growing like a broccoli branch in your gut, okay? It's super important. Take it last thing before I go to bed, so it actually gets into my gut. It's not interfering with everything else. It can actually grow. So as I'm eating things the next day, it has something positive to, like, it has something, the gut has already been supported, so it can take on whatever you're putting into it throughout the course of the day. Obviously, the healthier you eat and the more water you drink, and you're getting prebiotics, which are something that helps with your digestion, the better it is. And just to give you a little example, there is one way that your poop should come out, and if it doesn't come out that way, if it comes out all different variations, okay, that means there's something wrong with your gut, and you really want to get your gut back in order, because I'm telling you right now, along with removing the chemicals from my house, making sure my gut is stable every single day, for the most part, is the most important thing for my health. Okay. And as I mentioned before, C. I think most people associate, understand vitamin C. There are 2 different versions. The one on the left has dairy, it's a chewable, great for kids, but obviously if you're a non-dairy person, you can take the other one. My kids have been taking this, I've been taking this. Right, as we mentioned before, vitamin C has limonene in it. It is really good for your immune system. It's really good for your circular system, which is going to promote oral health and everything, and helps to balance out your electrolytes. So I would highly encourage everyone taking this every day, and some people will double it. When you get sick, you always want to double down more. As you said, it has high in antioxidants, okay? As I said before, what do we want? Antioxidants, because what are antioxidants? They fight the free radicals, and the free radicals are the things that make us feel sick, tired, give illness, and wrinkles, okay? All right, here it is. I talk about this all the time. People have seen me walk around town with this. These are glass bottles, okay? This Ningxia Red is amazing. Okay, all you need is 2 ounces. And when I mean 2 ounces, like 2 shot glasses a day, which are equivalent to 1,700 blueberries. It's equivalent to lots of other things, and I can show you slides. But I think what's most interesting to understand is, from an antioxidant perspective, we don't get that, okay? There's an ORAC scale that is created. It's out there for everything. And remember a couple of years ago when Palm Wonderful was like the thing that everyone was talking about, which is fantastic. They were saying you want to drink it because there's so many antioxidants. Well, guess what? The primary source of Ningxia Red is the wolfberry, and the wolfberry has more antioxidants than pomegranates do. So it's even better for you. So it has antioxidants from the wolfberries, and it has pomegranate juice in it, and it has essential oils in it. So it's getting into your cellular system. So it's great just for your overall body. It's also great from like an afternoon pick you up, because like it just kind of like, it gives you all these antioxidants. It's like, I don't drink coffee in the afternoon. This is kind of when I integrate it into my day. And so it's amazing for that. Obviously, oh yeah, I'm just looking to see if I missed anything, but you get it. Like and it's easy, right? If it was a mama free, I've got, like, we're a family of 5, everyone just takes their 2 shots and off they go, or whatever, now that they're, being at home and keeping their immune system high. Okay, so let's just give a quick little routine, guys, for you guys, so you can see how I've integrated this and it's simple into your life, okay? So Thieves Ruler, always morning. I always put Valor in myself, like when I'm getting in my bathroom, take a couple big breaths, I also have a unicorn roller and a Zen stick. So the Zen stick consists of everything that's um, in the starter kit, which is frankincense, stress away, valor, and citrus fresh. Okay, I've put that together like in a little pre-made bottle like this, and I can roll it on myself. Unicorn roller has about 7 different oils in it. It's something I've created. It just makes me feel happy, and I'm happy to share that recipe with anybody. So this just showing you I'm using these throughout the course of the day. I've been diffusing, as I said, thieves and orange pretty much around the clock, or any kind of citrus oil, 1, because I love the smell of it, and 2, to keep everyone's immune system healthy. And then after I eat, so I did say morning here, but I do want to be clear that if you aren't intermittent fasting or doing anything different, make sure you eat first, because as I said, the oregano can really be strong on your stomach, and you want to make sure you have food in there, okay? Some people will separate their supplements out throughout the course of the day, totally fine, but I just want to kind of give you where I'm putting these spaces in. Afternoon again, I'm always oiling, so but I think it's important to know, like when you're first starting out, you want to like multiple times a day, because remember, it does metabolize into your body super easy, which is amazing. But it also, because it absorbs and it harmonizes your body, it metabolizes super fast, so it goes back out of your body. So you want to be constantly reapplying. So it's getting you in the pattern of reapplying. Super easy spaces to it. Anywhere you would put perfume, I always do under the nose because I think it smells good. And this is where I actually use my Ningxia. So in the afternoon, I will take my 2 shots of Ningxia. I will add water to it. I actually add another prebiotic supplement to it as well for my gut health, excuse me. And then this is where I will add in oils. Sometimes I add lemon or lime or grapefruit. Sometimes I will add frankincense, as I was saying, if I'm looking to boost up my immune system, whatever I'm kind of feeling like at that moment. But anything will really do that is ingestible, okay? And obviously there are certain oils that are not ingestible, but you will know the ones that are ingestible. And then the evening, again, thieves on my feet. Sometimes I've been putting the Immunopro on my feet as well, just to keep my extra immune system high. I diffuse every night before I go to bed, lavender and cedarwood. Lavender comes in the kit, cedarwood does not, but it's like a very nominal cost. I always encourage people to get it, especially people with sleep issues. I put it on my wrists, I put it behind my ears, I put it on my chin line. Sometimes I put it in my belly button from absorption rate, put it on my feet. I kind of take 15 big deep breaths and I go to sleep, okay? And then just from an ingesting standpoint, I do take, as I said to you guys, the Life 9 right before I go to bed. So my bedroom's upstairs, so I take it 1, I keep it in the refrigerator. I'll take 1 right before I go to bed with a glass of water. It's the last thing I have, so there's nothing else in my stomach. So that's just kind of my day schedule. So for those of you who are on this call who are like, I don't know what I want to do, and the Thieves sounds amazing, there are different ways of doing that. So I wanted to highlight the Thieves starter kit. Again, so there's an oil starter kit, there's a Thieves starter kit, there is a Ningxia Red starter kit, and there's a CBD starter kit. So, and I'm going to show you guys all those visuals, but I wanted to highlight this one, especially with everything going on, because you get 2 of the hand sanitizers, you get 2 of the Thieves sprays. You also get the oil Stress Away, which we've talked about, which is vacation in a bottle, and a bottle of Thieves, which is amazing. 2 of the hand pumps, okay? A mouthwash and a toothpaste. Love, 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 love those, okay? Because think about it again, what you're brushing your teeth is absorbing into your body. Again, it falls into that chemical thing. I know it's crazy, but you do start thinking like that. Think of your mints. 2 sample packages of Ningxia, which is amaze balls, and you need those. And in the middle, you can see there's the 2 bottles of the household cleaner. So if you look at the top, does just 1 little capful. That will actually fill an entire 16-ounce glass bottle. I save those bottles and actually just buy caps from Amazon. I put a capful in, fill the rest with water, clean my whole house. You can, depending on if you're looking for like a grease killer or if you're looking for like bathrooms. So I have these in our bathrooms as well. I put 2 capfuls because I want it to be a little bit stronger, because obviously I'm trying to get rid of like urine and I have boys and stuff like that in my house. So I clean all the toilets with that. You can also add white vinegar to a lot of the stuff, and then essential oils like any kind of citrus. Lemon is really good, and purification, which pretty much is getting the stink out of everything. So this is a wonderful way to actually kind of entree into this lifestyle, okay? The other one, for those of you who are already actively using essential oils, is you can get this Thieves Essential Reward Bundle. And we're going to talk about what essential rewards are in a second. This is like the best. You can add up everything. I actually just ordered this on mine, mainly because I wanted more of a hand purifier, but we use this stuff every day. We use the toothpaste, we use the mouthwash, we're using those little sprays on the side. My husband uses all the time when he works, because he has to go in and out of people's houses for real estate, so he does that all the time. And then the hand soaps, we always have those, okay? And I use the cleaner for everything, as I said, and 1 bottle has, I think it's 64, like if you use 1 capful, 64, you can create 64 cleaners within that. So think about that. That's insane. I think you're spending like 62 cents or 42 cents per bottle. It's like so cheap, no matter whatever you've ever bought before. Like there's nothing you're ever gonna buy cheaper that you know is working. Okay. All right. And so for those of you who are also, or you're looking to do something like, you're like, oh, I just want to try different things. They've created these 3 bundles that are on here. One of them is oil-based. One of them has some supplements and the Ningxia Red. And then the other one, excuse me, is kind of like the big daddy. It has Thieves products. It's got the oils products. It's got the supplements. You got like the big daddy there. Okay. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Hold on 1 second. Let's close that. I apologize. Okay. All right, so Essential Rewards. So when I talk about this, because when you guys sign up, you're gonna want it's gonna ask you about this. So Essential Rewards is the most amazing thing. So it's a monthly auto ship program, but the cool thing about it is you can change it anytime. You can change your order anytime. You can change your date anytime. You can change your products anytime. And you also, simultaneously, you get better shipping, and you actually earn points to get towards free products, and you get free products every month, depending on what you're ordering, okay? So from month 0 to 3, you get 10% back. From months 4 to 24, you get 20% back. And then after 2 years, you get 25% back. So, I mean, you think about it, everything you get auto shipped to your house, especially what's going on right now, like whether it's Target or Amazon or whatever, no one's giving you any money back on that stuff, right? They're giving you money back and you're actually getting it. So let's say you sign up, you get the oil kit, and then you put on there that you want the Essential Rewards Thieves for next month. You're automatically going to get $12 back put into your account. So you have points that you can actually cash in later on to get towards other products in the company. I mean, how amazing is that? So you get that. You're also getting loyalty every 3, 6, 9, and 12 months. You get a different oil. I put them down. Sometimes they do change, but 12 months, you always get their special blend, which is the loyalty oil, which people have called me and said, can I get more of it? I said, nope. It's only for being on it for a year. It's like a special thing. The only requirement is you have to place a monthly order of 50 PV, which is essentially works out to being $50. I will tell you, it is not complicated. It is not hard. You can change the date, and you're always changing your products. We have changed out so many products in our house, just like we have, like when we have an Amazon pantry order, there are things that stay on there. My Ningxia stays on there every month. It doesn't change. I add in oils depending on what I need, or different supplements what I need. Just get shipped to my door. It is not a hard thing. And if you decide it's not for you at any time, you can always cancel it, and there's 0 commitment to it, okay? Okay, so how to become a Young Living member. This just walks through the steps for everybody. So these, if you can see up here, let me see if I can move myself over here a little bit. These are the premium starter kits. So they have, as I said, you have the oils, you have the Thieves, CBD, CBD extra. So that just talks about the strength. So some people are interested in like a higher dosage of it. Ningxia Red and the Welcome Home. So the Welcome Home is the one that's over here. This will actually probably go out of stock at the end of this month. This is something they were offering especially for like the last 2 months. And when you get all this stuff, you get free. You're going to get free products. So when you sign up and you get the premium starter kit this month, you're going to get a free extra bonus. Not only going to get some cash back, but you're going to get a free bonus of having an additional bottle of Valor. And let me tell you, you're going to want it. So basically, all you do is you go to youngliving.com, you become a wholesale member. That means you get 24% off all your products going forward. But the cool thing is, like, unlike a Costco member where they just give you a card, you're actually getting your starter kit. Okay, so for a starter kit for the oils, you're getting 12 oils, a diffuser, a whole bunch of samples for as opposed to getting a card. Okay, it's always going to ask you if you want to add on Essential Rewards. I would say absolutely 100% do it. Okay, add on the Thieves bundle, or add on the Ningxia bundle, or you can customize it. That's something we can talk about in the future, but I would highly encourage you guys, when you're doing this, to please give yourself a commitment of at least 3 months. You've got to give yourself time, just like a diet, just like exercise. Nothing happens overnight. I know we all want that quick fix, but you've got to actually integrate that into your life, okay? It's going to ask you who your sponsor enroller is. That is me. I am your referral. So all you have to do is, when it says that, you type in my number 288-3580 twice, put it into each one of those fields. They will ask me if it is Kim Dargon. You'll say yes, and you'll continue on entering in your personal information, and then you are done. Okay. Oh, okay. So for those of you who are on this call who already are using Young Living but have not signed up for Essential Rewards, super easy again. You just log into your account. This gives you a quick little run through how to do it. You add what you want. You can change anything out at any time. Super easy peasy. Okay. So does anybody at this time have any questions? I'm going to stop my sharing. We'll come back in here and we'll go from there. Thanks, guys. It's been a remarkable time talking to you. I love doing this. Just continue to ask me questions, continue to see where we're going, and I'm so excited for you to start this journey. Have a great day.